Nice to see you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Did you have a good trip?
Yes, everything was fine, except for the drive back from the airport. I was in a cab that should have been condemned with a driver that should have been arrested for reckless driving. What I really need is a hot bath and make that water very hot.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd also like a drink, please. Could you see if the ice bucket is full?
Right away.
Oh, by the way, how's my house guest?
Why don't you ask me yourself?
Oh, yes. How is my house guest? Comfortable?
I have a few questions for you, Anna. Thanks.
Any more complaints?
You think it's easy being cooped up in this apartment day after day?
I think I would count my blessings. You are going first class.
Yeah, it's like being on a ship going nowhere.
So sorry that you have cabin fever. But may I remind you that you came to me first, begging for a place to hide after that shootout with Sean and Robert. So while you're here, you abide by my rules, Jack. And I say that you don't leave this apartment.
What's in this for you? Why'd you put me up?
Whoever said New Yorkers were inhospitable were wrong.
Come on, Anna. You're not putting your head on the chopping block just to be hospitable.
I'm sorry. If my motives make you feel uneasy, you can always leave. There are plenty of hotels that would be willing to take your money.
Look, I was just wondering when I could get some air. I'd like to even take a walk for...
I wouldn't recommend that if I were you. Anybody that can read a newspaper has already seen your face. Or the police have photos of you. And the streets aren't safe, but neither are the airports. And you would never get out of a bus depot. They're full of policemen.
All of a sudden I'm famous.
I wouldn't test it, Jack.
I have no intention of leaving this place until things cool down.
Good. Then, I think we've answered all your questions, haven't we?
Not exactly.
More?
How much is this hospitality going to cost me? I know this isn't a free ride.
Well, we are sensitive, aren't we?
I'm listening.
Well, I think I'll go and have my bath now, if you don't mind.
Look, I want to talk to you.
We'll talk later.
Dinner's almost ready, Miss Devane.
Oh, good. But I think first Mr. Slater and I will have a drink.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I make you nervous?
You don't make me nervous.
Good. Then why don't you show me how steady your hands are, and you could make us both a drink.
Sure.
I'll have what I had before. You have whatever you... Goodness. We are a little jumpy.
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
I hope so.
Gee, thanks.
Touch cheese.
Well, maybe I have good reason to be.
Don't play mysterious with me.
Look who's talking.
I don't owe you any explanations, Mr. Slater.
You do when it interferes with my business.
Since when has that been the case?
You were in Port Charles, weren't you?
How did you come to that conclusion?
You left a note for the maid on the desk. Didn't take a genius to figure it out.
No. It didn't take a genius, just a sneak. None of it, I repeat, none of it is any of your damn business.
I want to know what you're doing, and I want to know right now.
I'm going to have dinner. What are you going to do?
I want an answer. Are you after that treasure in Port Charles? You're casing Donnelly in the warehouse, aren't you?
Oh, no. I went to the Niagara Falls for a vacation.
Like hell you did.
Take it whichever way you want.
Look, I want to get something straight between you and I.
Yes?
I busted my butt to get that treasure out of Mexico for Donnelly. What I took from him isn't worth it. I still got a lot more coming to me.
What am I, the complaints department? Why don't you call Donnelly and take it up with him?
Look, I'm taking it up with you.
So what?
If you get your hands on that treasure, I want my fair share. No more, no less. You understand?
Yes. You make yourself perfectly clear.
So, go ahead.
I'm not saying anything. Is that perfectly clear?
You were in the warehouse, weren't you?
No messages. I was just ringing to confirm that Holly Scorpio was still registered there. Good. Yes, I just have something that I want to mail to her. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Sean. It's Anna here. Yes, I was just ringing to make sure that the arrangements for you taking Robert out on the town tomorrow evening are still as planned. Good. Yes. Pleasant dreams. Mr. Slater? Mr. Slater?
Yeah, what do you want now?
Why are you so unpleasant?
You got a couple hours?
Oh, another question. You know what's making life so very hard for you?
What?
Robert Scorpio. He's the number one that's after you right now.
Yeah, he's Donnelly's best friend. Some team, huh?
One of them wants to shut you up in prison, and the other just wants to shut you up.
Yeah, but don't forget the jewels I took from Donnelly. He wants them back before he ever tries to finish me off.
Scorpio won't wait for anything. He's your worst threat right now. But I think I've thought of something that is going to make him forget about you for a while.
What about his cop friends?
Oh, they'd be delighted not to have to waste their manpower on you. This is New York City. I mean, there's far larger fish in the sea to fry. No, I promise you, once Scorpio lets up on you, so will New York's finest.
You can arrange for that to happen?
Yes. Aren't you impressed?
I might be, if you tell me what you got.
Well, I've got you, Jack. And I've got Holly Scorpio. She's staying here in a hotel room. But listen, this is what I want you to do.